Have you ever had someone all of a sudden knock on your door and you look all around your house knowing that your house is a mess and you are so embarrassed to open the door, so you run all around and try to clean up as much as you can because you don't want them to see the mess that you're in? Have you ever come home from a stressful day of work or even school and want to have a good sleep, but now you find yourself pushing all your clothes off the bed just to try to get some sleep? Have you ever been so hungry and can't find a clean pot or pan or even a plate to eat on? So now you have to go and clean everything you need just to make a meal. Well, today I want to show you how to maintain a clean and organized home as much as possible. And if you are interested in finding out, then keep on watching. Okay. So before I tell you my tips and my tricks and my techniques and whatever you want to call them, the reason why I love to maintain and the reason why I continue keeping my home as organized, as clean as possible, besides the techniques that I do each and every day, is because I like to come home after a very stressful day. I like to be home um, and feel a sense of peace in my home. I never liked working in a environment where there was a lot of clutter and a lot of mess, and I couldn't find what I wanted to find when I needed to find it. Um, and it felt good to get a knock on the door and know that my home was ready for somebody to come in. I was confident to open up that door. It felt good to get a phone call from the tax office and them say, listen, I need you to fax over this and this now. And know that I knew where to find it, not feel stressed because now I had to figure out where this piece of paper or information that they need was at. So, with all that in mind, I kept a strict technique on how to maintain my home as organized, as clean as possible. And this is what I want to show you guys. So, tip number one: schedule your cleaning. Now, this may or may not work for you. You may be able to clean your house in a whole day. But for me, I used to clean my home on Fridays, and I found myself leaving out certain things, not being able to clean certain things because I felt overwhelmed with the amount of cleaning that I had to do. Now, especially that I live in a house that is 3 floors. So I had to basically schedule my cleanings. So my cleanings look a little bit like this. Mondays, I usually have out, let's say as an example, Mondays I'll clean the kitchen and the dining room. Tuesday, the office and the living room and the foyer. Wednesday, I'll clean the bathrooms. Thursday, I'll clean the kids' room, and so forth and so forth. And I will schedule myself that way. And on top of that, what I do is that in each room, to make it even more easier for me to assure myself that I was going to get everything clean, and this might be a little too far for some people, and it might be something really of a good idea for others. What I would do is that I would go to the kitchen and I'll make a list of everything that I wanted to remind myself to tackle. So in the kitchen, for example, I will go and make sure that I wrote down as a reminder on a piece of paper that I have to tackle the refrigerator. I gotta tackle on top of the range hood. I gotta, make sure that I check inventory of things that I need in the cabinets. I have to make sure that I clean, the chandelier on in the kitchen island. I have to make sure that certain places that usually you forget, you are reminded. So I would make this list throughout the whole house, and I would go through the list and make sure that I tackle everything, so that when I'm done cleaning that part of the house and I'm sitting down relaxing, I have to get up and say, oh man, I forgot to clean this. Now I have to get up and clean it. So I would make a list of everything as a reminder to clean that certain part of the kitchen. The second thing that I do to maintain my kitchen clean is that when I am cooking, I'm cleaning at the same time. When something falls on the floor, I am picking it up at the same time. I don't leave it to the end to have a massive amount of mess through the whole kitchen to then clean it up. I clean it at the same time. If I am eating, I make sure that instead of throwing the plate into the sink, I am rinsing it off. I am making sure that there is nothing on the plates, and I am then putting it in the dishwasher. I don't wait for the last minute where I am tired or I'm exhausted and I need a plate, that then now I have to do all of the steps that I could have done in the beginning. Now I have to do it now. Also teach my kids to do the same thing. Everybody knows here that when they're using a plate, a utensil, or a cup, or whatever, they are to rinse it out, make sure there's nothing on it, and put it in the dishwasher so that it could get cleaned. And anything they use, even my son is 3 years old, he knows that whatever he plays with, he needs to put it away before he tackles something else. If it's so that he's playing with a different kind of toys because he's having a battle with his toys, then that's understandable. But he has the understanding that once he is done, he is to put it away. I learned this technique when it comes to teaching your child to put away a toy before using another one. When I put my daughter in Head Start, they allowed the parents to stay in the room with the kids, and they taught them that as they play, they will put things away to use the other toys. So I had taught my daughter the same technique as I'm teaching my son. So that not only helps you, but it also teaches your child to start learning to create and organize in a clean life. Another technique is also have a basket. Sometimes the kids bring down toys. Sometimes you bring an item from upstairs to downstairs. Try to keep a basket downstairs in the living room so that as you are walking around the house and you need to put something upstairs, this basket holds everything that you can bring all in one shot to the upstairs. One thing I love to do every single day, I've done this since I've been a child, is to make your bed. There's nothing like coming home and going into a freshly made bed. Let me tell you, for me, I feel like once I make my bed, my day is going to be productive. So yeah, guys, those are my 4 tips for you guys. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, and comment. Thank you guys. Have a blessed, productive day.